It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. You utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
For over 20 years, groups, families, and individuals have been saving money with the Avia Dental Plan.
For as little as $9.25 a month, members can save up to 50% or more on dental care.
Plus, everyone qualifies, and there is no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Start saving today with the Avia Dental Plan.
Go to getlowcostdental.com or call 1-888-431-2273. Smile. You're with people who care.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
And it comes back to Lucas Bloss. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup Playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair. Pass Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham! Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, coming to you from the RMU Island Sports Center here inside the Clearview Arena in Neville Township, Pennsylvania, for the special bonus edition of PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV. The push for the 2026 Penguins Cup playoffs is presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. On this day, in 1965, the city of Pittsburgh was officially awarded an expansion team in the National Hockey League to begin play in the 1967-1968 regular season. Some 60 years later, interscholastic hockey is still going strong in Western Pennsylvania, and the team in black and gold is trying to return to the playoff tournament bearing the name of that team. The Montour Spartans have just celebrated senior night with their 4, make that 5 members of the class of 2026, and they get set to take on their Class A Blue Division rivals, the Little Indians of Indiana High School. Taking a look at the playoff picture entering this Monday night, Week 19 of the PIHL regular season, the Beaver Bobcats currently hold the last spot in Class A Blue with 20 points. Meadville right behind them with 19 points, 1 spot below the playoff line with 3 games left in their season. Indiana also 19 points, 2 games left in their season, including tonight. Montour 18 points, 2 games left in their season, including tonight. What does it all mean? Well, the winner of tonight's game, provided they win in regulation, will take temporary possession of that last playoff spot with 1 week left in the regular season, assuming that Quaker Valley holds serve at home later tonight against the Bobcats up at the Barrel Complex in Warrendale. For Montour, the hot hand continues to be their captain, 2026 All-Star number 18, Trey Varga, warming up in the mix just off to our right. Varga, a 20-goal man this season, 31 total points. He's got points in 5 consecutive games for the Spartans, including their tough 3-2 loss to arch rival Moon, as seen last Monday night on TenbandTV. He was held without a point in the first meeting between Montour and Indiana, which also ended in a 3-2 victory for Montour's opponent. Indiana has certainly had some tough luck of late. They've lost 2 in a row, 3 of their last 4. They've been outscored by an aggregate 20-5 in that 4-game span, coming off a tough loss at North Catholic last Thursday. North Catholic, with that win, by the way, punched their ticket officially to the Penguins Cup playoffs. But the Indiana Little Indians find themselves trying to get over that line, as we said. And they're trying to do it once again without their captain, Jackson Albert, who's been out since December 11th. And certainly that's taken a toll on this varsity squad. But one of their sophomore All-Stars, Matthew Stone, number 86 in black and red, warming up somewhere in the mix off to our left. He's really tried to pick up the slack this season. He really had a nice freshman campaign for Indiana and has done well as a sophomore as well. He's gotten an All-Star nod, 8 goals, 8 assists, 5 of those helpers coming on the power play, but no points in those last 4 games for Indiana. He's been a career point-per-game player as a high school hockey player at Indiana High, so he's got to get back to being Mr. Consistency and try and help produce for his team here in enemy territory tonight. The goaltending matchup we expect to be between Ethan Deaney, who likely will get the start on his senior night, and Jake Jadzak, the sophomore, had 24 saves in the loss at North Catholic. He's gotten the bulk of the minutes lately, but he's also split a lot of time between the pipes with All-Star Jake Wood. Head coach Steve Rebovich, now in his 11th year coaching the varsity Indians, has a tough decision to make for this pivotal game. And Steve Young in his 3rd year as head coach of the Montour Spartans after spending the previous decade as a program assistant. He's got to get his team ready to play for, to this point, their biggest game of the season with only 2 remaining and running out of time to climb above the playoff line. In a moment, we'll hear from Austin McLean on public address, as we did during senior night festivities for Montour. And we expect to be joined by RMU groundskeeper John Tucci, for the national anthem.
Attention to the flags beside the scoreboard for the playing of our national anthem.
Well, wherever Mr. Tucci is, we wish him well. There's been a last-minute change in the program for Game 1 this evening. Another doubleheader in Class A with playoff implications. Every game in Class A important these days with just 1 week left in their regular season. The first round of the Class A Penguins Cup playoffs will be underway a week from now, and we'll have coverage of that somewhere in Western Pennsylvania on TenbandTV. March and Earl, the USA Hockey officiating crew, on duty for game number 1 here between the Spartans and the Indians. And the opening faceoff is played deep into Montour territory where it's taken over by Indiana, moving the puck from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin. Luke Zacharias, one of the pregame honorees, chipping it deep into the Indian zone. Kulak, his fellow senior, trying to reconnect with Zacharias. Instead, it'll be played up the left side by Andrew Manzek, the Indiana senior. Played out in front, and a shot just wide of Deanne. Isaiah Hilliard, the senior forward, pulling the trigger. Just 5 points for him in 36 career games, nearly connecting another as the Spartans enter the zone offside. And we get our first stoppage 39 seconds in. Vargas line out there for Montour, centered by Aiden Jennings, and the Spartans control this one inside their own line. Noah Deanne playing it to Varga in the neutral zone. He's pressured by Joey Maines, the PIHL All-Star, and S-Mark Stars product. Deanne, Ethan that is, had to be careful with that one inside his own crease. Turned over behind the Montour net, played out in front. Deanne, the point-blank save, denying Stone early. That one's deflected just wide. Stone behind the net for Maines. Indians try to cycle this puck. Maines from the left hash mark, pressured by alternate captain Colt Wilson. Montour able finally to exhaust the area. Nick Tu, the senior defenseman, playing it to center. Spartans go D to D. Deanne, Noah that is, staying out here with Wilson, and a steal by Spencer Hillsbury, wrapping it around the boards. Sent deep by Zendo Zorro. Zorro set up the game-winning goal the last time these teams met in early November at S&T Bank Arena. To center it'll come now. Grayson Burnetto over the line for Lenny Frick, and the alternate captain is unable to play this puck, but Tyler Yount collects it. His shot blocked. Montour in transition. Donnie Saramac over the attacking line. Fires wide of goaltender Jake Jadzak. The sophomore making his 10th start this regular season for the Indians, who play this puck to center, beyond the reach of Yount. Lipinski outletting for Colin Rogers. Rogers dispossessed in the corner by Braden Frederick, and the Spartans have to regroup at center. Austin Lipinski, who scored his first varsity goal against Indiana, watches this one played deep into Montour ice. Rogers' pass intercepted by Frick to the corner. It comes in on Deanny. Deanny makes a save. The turnaround shot against the grain goes just wide. Manzek just missing the net a moment ago. Zacharias through center for Montour. Lead pass to Jennings. Jennings to the goal. Save made, Jazdak. And the rebound is controlled by Dubetsky. Michael Dubetsky, the senior, 13 points on his last high school campaign. A talented offensive defenseman. And the Indians play this puck deep into Montour ice. With it is Dubetsky, resetting to Sam Frick, who had a goal, the only one for Indiana against North Catholic. And that one is fired off the pad of Deanny, who somehow got over to deny Manzek. Ethan Deanny in his 9th regular season start dialed in early. Wilson 1 against 2. He's got room to maneuver. Wilson from his knees trying to put that puck toward goal, tripped over the loose stick. Big break there for the Indians. Montour recovers. Kulak from an angle, and that is held by Jadzak, who is 3-5-1 coming into Monday. .880 save percentage and 462 minutes played. Collected his first varsity win December 4th on home ice against Meadville. Noah Deanny to the corner off the face-off win by Montour. Landon Keaton to the corner. Hillsbury unable to clear. Varga resetting to the point for Saramac. Saramac's pass is cut off easily by Joey Maines. Indians back 3 against 2. Shot from distance held by Deanny. Deanny 3-5 entering Monday. .865 save percentage, 1 shutout, and just over 422 minutes of action. A career .500 goaltender, just under actually, at the high school level. Deanny covering to his left. He made 19 saves in the last meeting between the two clubs. Indiana controls this one. Stone floating it into Deanny's left hand. And so we'll do it again from the same spot. Noah Deanny playing up behind his own goal around the boards. It comes intended for Rogers. Indiana in a delayed offside situation. They will concede to Noah Deanny. Hillsbury over skating at center. Rogers below the goal line, out in front, collected by one of the Spartans and floated wide by Dylan Hogue. Hogue scored a big goal last week late in regulation for Montour before Moon pulled ahead and stayed ahead. Spartans supporting their goaltender well. Coming the other way is Rogers. Rogers 1 against 2. Stood up and knocked down eventually by Sam Frick, the sophomore. Stone up the right wing. 1-on-1 against the defenseman Lipinski. That shot high and wide. The centering pass coming to nobody in particular except for Talon Bruce Miller, and he slams his stick on the ice in frustration, unable to hit Zacharias on the stretch pass as the Spartans are whistled for icing. .6 minutes into a scoreless first period between Montour and Indiana. Face-off in Spartans ice, controlled by the home team and sent around the boards near side. It's Zacharias, the all-star. Lost it to Yount. Yount sending that puck to the slot area. Too many white shirts in the way. Montour in transition. From distance, that one is held by Jazdek, excuse me. Indiana clearing it, and this will be icing on the Indians. Elsewhere in Class A, Chartiers Valley and Mars underway at Barrel. Freeport and Hampton underway at Frozen Pond. Mars can clinch the Gold Division tonight with a regulation win over the Colts. What a race that's been. Those two teams playing some exciting hockey all year long. Here, both teams in a stalemate. Both teams trying to climb above the playoff line in the blue division of Class A on this Monday night. Turnover to Varga. Varga from the left circle. That went off the glove hand of Jazdek. Spartans bring it over the line one more time. Kulak fires it casually on goal. Jazdek knocks it aside. Keaton, the first to locate the puck for either team in front of the Indiana bench. Indians win the puck battle, but they can't advance it. Noah Deaney clogging up the half wall for Varga. Convenient bounce there. Almost got right to Miller in front. Miller unable to follow that bounding puck. Varga gets it back from Montour behind the cage for Keaton. Keaton with a free hand taking one of the Indians out of the play as the Spartans have scored! Trey Varga nuzzles that nylon. Montour takes the 1-0 lead with 9 to go in the first period, and captain's got to teach stuff. A 6-game point streak for the All-Star. Trey Varga has hit blackjack. Goal number 21 on his junior season. That'll put him 6th unofficially in Class A.
The Montour goal scored by number 18, Trey Varga.
Loose in front and a save in front there by Jazdek. Steve Young and the Spartans putting this game at the mercy of their best player, and Varga, a likely source, opens the scoring for Montour. Lipinski outletting for Rogers near side. Sammy Frick, cross ice. Montour regrouping in their own zone. Out to center it comes for Miller. Talon Bruce Miller off a skate, dribbling toward goal and just wide of the Indiana net. Played high off the glass by Frick, pinching to keep the play alive as Saramac out in front. Rogers couldn't ram it home. Hogue out in front, but right to Hilliard. Hogue's turnaround shot deflects in! Two 2 goals in a minute 10. Holy shirts and pants. Montour taking command in the first period, 2-0 over the Little Indians. That looked like it took a deflection, rather, off the stick of Miller. We'll see how it's scored. But in any event, Montour has quickly doubled their advantage in this critical Class A Blue Division game. Officially, the first was from Varga, unassisted. And just like that, we get our first penny power play of the game, and it belongs to the team that just scored again, the Montour Spartans. Stone, the aforementioned all-star, to the box. Spartans with a chance to right some big-time wrongs on the power play. They were just 1 of 8 in the last meeting between these teams. Indiana coming in the third most penalized team in Class 1A, 243 PIMs as a team. The one-timer shanked by Jennings from the left circle.
By number 96, Colin Rogers. Time of the goal, 7:50.
Zacharias behind the net. He's bumped off the puck
Rogers at 7:50.
by 2. And Nick 2 and the Little Indians are able to clear it as far as Ethan Deaney will allow them. Montour up by a pair on the penny power play with 7 minutes left in the first period. Indians get another clear. Nick Coretti, the defenseman and alternate captain, doing the honors. Outletted for Zacharias. Zacharias from distance. That save made by Jazdak. It was the other Jake Wood, the all-star, who got the start against Montour the last time these teams met. If Jazdak can't settle down soon, we may see Wood yet. Varga to the boards. Varga looking for space, finds Jennings. Jennings atop the circle. Down low for Kulak. Kulak out in front. Too strong for Varga. Saramac right there for the errant pass. Varga from the right circle. Under half a minute left on the penny power play. Cross ice. Kulak can't execute the one-timer. Indians clear it but not out. Saramac whacked from behind by Manzek. Up at it comes to Hilliard. Hilliard possibly with a chance short-handed. Varga all over him like a cheap suit. Steve Rebovich, wanting a penalty, none forthcoming. Spartans over the line. The penalty to Stone is expired. Indiana back to full strength. Saramac toward goal. It's deflected high by Miller, looking for his second. Officially, that second goal does belong to Talon Bruce Miller from Colin Rogers. And for Rogers, it's his first varsity point. Third of the season for Miller. Indiana, 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. They came in 8th overall in Class A at 80% even. Noah Deaney from his own zone. Sammy Frick tied up by Miller, loose in front. Rogers trying to collect it. Indiana on the counterattack. This is Dominic Maines, but the Indians are offside. How do you watch PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV? Well, right now you can watch on Watch. Log on to watch.tenband.tv and watch multiple live games and on-demand replays at once. Again, watch.tenband.tv to watch your team the way the hockey gods intended. And don't forget to download the new, always free TenbandTV app to your smart TV, available now on Roku and Amazon Fire. Jazdak making that save with 4.5 left in the first. Hillsbury dropping for Stone. Stone fanning on the attempted shot. Jennings disrupting him as well. Sammy Frick with the keep in, and it's right into the outstretched hand of Deanne. Stone winning the face-off. It's kept inside the line by Coretti and fired just wide of the Montour goal. 2 camped out in the high slot area as this puck goes to the corner. Matt Neal, the Washington, Pennsylvania native, playing that puck defensively for Montour. Stone from an angle, trying to go out in front for Hillsbury. Montour there to break up that pass. Varga with purpose across the attacking line. Varga on 1 foot off the glass behind Jazdeck. Hand pass now called against the hosts. Montour scoring twice. Unofficially 70 seconds apart. A regulation win puts the Spartans in the 7th and final playoff spot with 1 week left in their season, pending the result of the Quaker Valley Beaver game later this evening. Deanne from behind his own goal for Saramac. Yount playing it inside the Montour line. Spartans chip it through center. Noah Deanne there to back up that pass. Saramac to Noah Deanne. Turnover to Yount. Zacharias recovers. Noah Deanne around the boards for Saramac. Donnie Jr.'s father, Donnie Sr., played in the ECHL a generation ago for Richmond. Born and raised in Detroit originally. And coming the other way is Jennings. Indiana caught in the bad change, perhaps. Jennings toward goal, and the last man back got him. Good play there by Sammy Frick. Turnover to Miller. Miller toward goal, fought off by Jadzak. Zorro, near side for Hilliard. Wilson takes him off the puck, and we've got a penalty coming up here. Slashing the indication, and the Indians, down by a deuce, are going to get their first penny power play of the night. Aiden Jennings will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free. Indiana, another team that has struggled mightily on the power play this season, just 4th from the bottom of the 23-team 1A circuit, despite the fact that they've drawn the second most power plays in Class A coming into tonight. Indiana converting at 15.9%. Spartans 14th on the penalty kill at 75.8%. We told you Indiana was the 3rd most penalized team in 1A. Right behind them, the Montour Spartans. So you figure both teams are going to get their share of chances on special teams in this game. That's put off the post and off the body of Ethan Deanne by Joey Maines. Varga with the clear for Montour. Luke Zacharias pursuing shorthanded. Drops it to Varga. Varga to the opposite corner. Manzek starts to break out for Indiana. Indians late in the first period on the penny power play. Behind the net for Stone. Stone out in front, shot. Deanne the save, and there is no rebound. Manzek, who's had a couple of good looks in this first period, was the one thwarted. Midway through the man advantage, Stone controls the face-off for Indiana. Maines, near side, up to Zorro. Zorro just wide of goal, trying to catch a stick in front. That's knocked out of the zone by Miller. Montour with a chance, shorthanded. Kulak trying to get a step on the defense. Kulak puts it off the glove of Jadzak. And remember that save. Delayed offside on Montour, half a minute left in the period. 20 to go, and the minor on Jennings. That shot turned aside. The rebound put wide of Deaney. Dubetsky unable to finish what he started. Stone to Dubetsky in the near corner. Stone from the half wall. Up top for Frick. Left circle it goes. Deaney the save. Out in front again. Deaney juggles and hangs on. Manzek with a little extra love before Valentine's Day. Montour taking exception. About a 4-second gap between the period clock and the penalty clock. The period clock for the moment is the one that matters. 3 to go. Jennings out of the box. And that's the way period 1 will end. The Montour Spartans lead the Indiana Little Indians 2-0. With playoff positioning on the line, you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live special bonus coverage on TenbandTV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. You utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
For over 20 years.
The Mount Washington Shop and Save is a proud sponsor of the 2025-2026 season of PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV. Check out the ad on your screen during any of our broadcasts this season for the latest, greatest deals on everything the Mount Washington Shop and Save has to offer. Whatever you need, including more parking spaces than you can shake a chair at, store managers Jim and Michelle Kazarowski will make sure you find it at the Mount Washington Shop and Save. And special thanks to Jim and Michelle for supporting the push for the 2026 Penguins Cup playoffs on TenbandTV. Matt Popchock back here on the island. We return to the Clearview Arena, the site of this critical game between two teams beneath the playoff line entering Monday. The Montour Spartans, despite being outshot 10-9 in period 1, lead the Indiana Little Indians 2-0 as the side switch has occurred and the teams are back to full strength for the beginning of the second period. Lenny Frick toward goal, firing and scoring! Lenny Frick goes bar down just 13 seconds in. The Indians are on the board and don't give up the hedge clippers. Lenny Frick with an absolute missile behind Deaney, and Indiana's right back in it in the blink of an eye, literally. He scored a goal against Beaver in the season opener, which was, at the time, his first since Halloween Eve 2023. And now he scores a massive goal to crack the goose egg behind the Montour netminder and get the Indians some life here early in the second.
Assisted by number 77, Samuel Fritsch. Time of the goal, 16:47.
And the brothers combine officially for the goal. Lenny Frick from Sammy Frick, the senior alternate captain from his sophomore brother. And quickly the Indians are back within one. Stone off the face-off win for Indiana. Finds a passing lane, 2 firing, scoring! You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. 2 goals, 32 seconds apart. Indiana has tied it at 2. And one half of the Clearview Arena has gone stone cold silent. Offense from defense. Sammy Frick setting up his brother. And moments later, Nick Tu, the senior, with his first ever varsity goal. He played a year at Somerset, then transferred to Indiana for the 2 subsequent seasons. And from some unlikely contributors, the Indiana Little Indians have a brand new lease on life.
24, Joey Maines, time the goal, 16-15. 2 from Maines at 16-15.
Neal from the corner. Turnover to Hillsbury. Hillsbury to the point. Through traffic. Deaney watches it go by. Poke check by Hillsbury. Maines with a shot. That's blocked in front by Neal. Indiana with the hop. And Stone in a delayed offsides, or delayed high stick situation, I should say, was willing to concede. Delayed hand pass, actually. And that allows Jennings to play it over the line for Montour. First time since the opening second period puck drop that the Spartans have really been able to get it out of their own zone. A dream start to period 2 for Steve Rebovich's team. Quite the opposite for Steve Young's. Spartans need to go back to work here on senior night on home ice. And they iced this puck early on in the middle frame. Rebovich, the longtime high school coach at Indiana, longtime amateur coach of the Indiana Chiefs Travel Hockey Club. Coached a lot of these players in both amateur and interscholastic settings. Dubetsky playing it back to center for Indiana. Hogue dumps it back in off the right leg of Jadzak. Played out in front, chipped just wide. Miller unable to hit the target. Manzek with a dump in for Indiana. Turnover to Frederick. That puck's deflected just off the side of the net. And one of the Spartans is shaken up. That's Rogers. Getting to his own feet under his own power, but coming off immediately as Montour legally iced that puck. Saramac from his own blue line. Couldn't find a passing lane, but it's off an Indiana body and right to Lipinski. Lipinski from distance. Kick save made the rebound. And a yard sale in Indiana territory. Keaton was trying to smash the rebound toward goal, broke his blade in the process. Indiana, meanwhile, guilty of icing. Luke Zacharias, Ethan Deaney, Logan Dabrowski, and Braden Kulak, the active Spartans, honored before tonight's game against Indiana. Montour controls this face-off, but it's taken away by Frick, Lenny Frick, who got the scoring started for Indiana here in period 2. Puts that puck wide of goal. Brunetto out in front. It's loose, available for Yown. He couldn't shoot it cleanly. Varga cleans up the mess. Kulak from the right wing toward goal, and that is held calmly by Jadzak. Chartiers Valley and Mars still scoreless up in Warrendale. In Valencia, Freeport and Hampton still scoreless. The Talbots clinch a playoff spot tonight with a regulation win and a win by Cannon McMillan in regulation at Meadville. Meanwhile, it's 2-2 here between Montour and Indiana. One of these teams hoping to climb into the 7th and final playoff spot in Class A Blue, pending other outcomes before the night is out. And Indiana, for the second time, will go to the penny power play in a tie game. Interference, the indication. Jennings to the sin bin for a second time tonight.
Montour penalty, number 19, A.M. Jennings, 2-minute minor for interference. Time of penalty 12:57. Jennings, Montour,
243 PIMs now as a team for Montour this season. As that one is blasted in. By a man called Zorro. Zdeno Zorro. Right through the 5-hole of Deanne. 3 unanswered by the Indians. And Indiana has flipped this game on its head. 12:54 to the ice cut. The Little Indians now on top for the first time. Jennings takes the proverbial walk of shame, and it is penny power play goal number 12 this season for Indiana as a team. Third of the year for Zorro, the sophomore defenseman. All 3 have come on the power play. Stone in front. Maines couldn't take the pass.
Zorro from Maines at 12:54, a power play goal.
Officially, it's Zorro from Maines. Maines with 9 assists now, this season. 6 of them have come on power plays. Varga, who got the scoring started for Montour, to the left circle. He drew a penalty. Montour with a chance to get up off the mat here with still 12 minutes till the ice cut. Spartans get their second penny power play of the game. They are 0 for 1 thus far. Sammy Frick off for slashing. Kulak to the corner for Jennings. Up for Saramac. Saramac over the blade of Hillsbury. Zacharias up the near side for Varga. Varga with a shot pass intended for Jennings. That was interrupted, I believe, by Dubetsky. Montour on the penny power play, now down a goal in this game. Saramac, I'll take that, thank you very much, says Jadzek. The Spartans scored twice, 70 seconds apart in the first period. The Indians, not to be outdone, scored twice in the first minute of second period play, and then moments ago, once again, on their own penny power play. Varga attracting the double team. Cross ice for Saramac, to the corner for Jennings. Jennings out in front for Varga. Varga out of position to make a play on that puck. He retreats. Varga inside the line, harassed by Manzek. Lets it go to Jennings. Jennings keeps it in the zone temporarily, but it's Murphy dumped through center and played legally off the hand of Saramac. Kulak over the attacking line for Montour. He's got company in Varga and Zacharias. That shot save made. Rebound, Zacharias! Oh, a right-handed shot buries that. But Zacharias, the lefty, couldn't bank it home. 45 to go on the man advantage. Saramac to Jennings. Varga weaving his way through center. Varga, one against the world, off balance, shooting high and wide. Indians get the clear. Steve Rebovich wants to change penalty killers. Steve Young putting a fresh unit out there as well for the last moments of this power play. Zacharias across the line. Good stick there. Out in front, it's settled down and sent near side. Dubetsky not standing on ceremony. Varga keeps it in with under 10 to go in the period. Indians have killed it off, but Varga shoots it toward goal. Zacharias. Oh, he just can't buy a goal at that near post. This one will be icing on Indiana. What do we tell you? Special teams and goaltending, they go a long way this time of year. Indiana scoring on their second power play of the night and getting a big kill just now. And some big saves in the process by Jake Jadzak. Spartans in control, though. Wilson upstairs. That's blocked away by the Indiana sophomore. Loose in front. Good hustle by Miller to the side of the net. Hogue trying to settle it down. Loose in front, controlled now by Sammy Frick. And Indiana will take their chances with another defensive zone faceoff. Hampton, meanwhile, has taken a 2-1 lead over Freeport at Frozen Pond. Again, the Talbots, with some help, can clinch a playoff spot tonight. That rebound is put just wide after the initial save by Jadzak. Miller and Hogue in the thick of that puck battle, but Indiana emerges victorious. Joey Maines up for Stone. Stone from within the left circle, out in front, reaching for it, Hillsbury. Off the boards, it bounced to Frederick. Maines behind the net now for Indiana. Hogue and the Spartans trying to regroup defensively. Rogers back on the ice after being shaken up earlier in the period. His pass eventually comes to Hogue. Rogers now over the attacking line for Montour. Trying to lead it for Miller, who had the second goal of the game. Wilson out from behind his own net. It's picked off by Hilliard. Deanne watches that one sizzle just wide. Past the midpoint of this critical game. Montour senior night here on the island. Indiana trying to spoil the party and claim temporary possession of that last playoff spot with 1 week left in the Class A regular season. The Indians rallying in this second period to take a 3-2 lead. Keaton with it at center. Up for Varga. Varga toward goal. Jadzak makes that save. Lipinski toward goal. Varga unable to get the deflection. Kulak. One-on-one with Dubetsky in the corner. Kulak breaking free. Behind the net for Varga. Varga on one hand to a wide open Lipinski. Lipinski fires. Oh, what a save there by Jadzak. Kulak withstanding the check. Indians can't clear it. Varga can't keep it in the line. And from his own blue line, it's played by Montour's Lipinski.